Hi, can you tell us your name and who you work with?
Yes, Russell Harrison and Harrison's Financial Services down in Toorak Village in Melbourne.
Very good. And how long have you been running that business, Russell?
Next March will be 30 years.
30 years, so not that long.
Not that long, I've still got a lot to learn.
That's great. That's lots of the best advisors always appreciate the fact that they've always got more to learn.
I've always said the day you stop learning is the day that it's time to give up and go in retirement and do something else.
Very good indeed. So, I understand you're a risk-focused advisor, Russell?
Yes, we in the early days of our business we did a little bit of superannuation. We sold out of that register about 12, 14 years ago, and since then focused exclusively on risk.
Okay, so we'll come back to that in a minute, but what was happening in your life more than 30 years ago?
Well, I've been in varied occupations, shall we say.
Okay, we're listening.
I guess that I always involved in sales. Immediately prior to going into the life insurance business, I was involved in import-export and selling merchandise overseas. Prior to that, I was in the rag trade, and I was in there for about 10 years.
What were you doing in the rag trade?
I was an agent for 7 different children's wear companies that I represented around Australia, and one of them I represented over in the States as well.
Right, so a couple of things. Firstly, what is it about you that gravitates you towards the sales narrative, I suppose? And having done those different sales careers before financial advice, to what extent did that help you in terms of how you relate with your clients?
I left school and I went into sales immediately. I have a passion for people, I have a passion for dealing with people and a passion for helping people. And I believe that in all areas of sales that I've been in, I've seen myself as being able to A, fulfill my passion, but B, fulfill the needs of other people.
Okay. Were you an entrepreneur while you were still at school? Did you have a job? Were you selling services while you were still at school?
I was actually knocking on doors, washing cars when I was a kid, and I even enjoyed that.
So, how much did you charge?
As I remember, it was something around $2, and that was knocking on doors around the local area, and made quite a bit out of it. I enjoyed it.
All right, now was that just washing with water and wiping down, or did you use detergent?
No, actually I think we did use detergent. Not a lot of it, of course, but a little bit.
Because the detergent would have cost, that was
Absolutely.
an expense to the business?
Absolutely.
All right, what else did you get up to before you left school? Did you have any other jobs, or did you get up to no good?
No, not really. I probably got up to no good plenty of times, Peter, but no, I didn't have any other jobs. I left school. I will say, actually, prior to going into sales, my first couple of years out of school were in the footwear industry and manufacturing. I studied at the Boot and Shoes Trade School and did footwear design, and then went into footwear sales, and that's where my sales career always started.
Very good. So other than the $2 you earned per car when you washed it, can you remember what you did with your first ever paycheck?
That's probably a tough question. It goes back a few years.
Sorry, Russell.
First ever paycheck, I think I can actually. I think I actually went out and had a really good time because it was the first time I'd actually earned money of my own accord.
Well, that's good. The question then begs itself to be asked, did you have a really good time on your own, Russell?
No, that wouldn't have been part of that of the day. No, there were others at the time.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there and move on. And
absolutely.
Come back to perhaps that's a current. What is it about life insurance for which you clearly have a passion? What is it about it?
Love seeing the results of what life insurance can do. If I was to describe my business to anybody, I always tell people that we run a claims handling business, and selling insurance is just incidental to that service. I just think that life insurance answers all the questions when they're needed to be answered at the most critical time in people's lives.
Lovely. So if you have that passion, that belief, I suppose it makes it easier to articulate that to your clients and prospective clients?
Absolutely. We've built our business over the last 30 years on a referral basis from client to client. The way we always find that the minute we handle a claim, it generally relates to about 4 to 5 referrals when we've looked after that claim. So yeah, absolutely, this is the passion that I have, selling the product to look after the client, but looking after them more when they really need it most.
Okay, very good. So there's plenty going on in the life insurance, financial advice, financial services industry at the moment. What are you looking at with your own business? How do you see the future for the sector?
I think that what we're going to see is as we're seeing at the moment, we're seeing pressures put on to the industry as a whole. I believe that given the years to come, this will probably turn around and it'll change, but it'll change probably in a very positive way. As far as I'm concerned and my future is concerned, I've in fact just put my business on the market. And one of the reasons for that, well, there's a couple of reasons. I think the government beat me in regard to education. I didn't like study when I was at school and left school as a result of that. Didn't mind washing cars, it was easier than study. And don't propose to get back to studying today. The other thing though about our business, because it's a one-man show with just myself, my wife and a couple of staff, is that what I'm finding now is my passion is for sales. When I went into the business, I had 100% of my time was spent doing what I was passionate about. Then it started deteriorating as the compliance issues arose, administrative issues arose, and I had to become more involved in that side of the business. Today I'm probably spending 90% of my time doing admin and compliance and 10% doing what I'm passionate about. And to me, that was a reason that I don't want to stay in the industry.
Understood. Not because that's an amazing statement. We'll reflect on that over time, but in the meantime, you're looking forward in terms of your personal life. If you've got any bucket list items you haven't ticked off yet, what do you see your future when you're not working?
Well, my intention is actually not to work. My wife and I have already registered a new business. We're going to go into coaching and mentoring in both our industry and in other industries. We've been doing this for a long time in the industry, obviously for advisors for no charge. We're now going to make a business of it and get involved in that, which is going to return us to, and me particularly, to what I'm really passionate about, because it's going to involve me in being able to share my sales experiences with others, and therefore I'll see my passion return.
Have you got a business name as yet?
Yes, the name is Harrison's Sales Mastery.
Harrison's
Sales Mastery.
You got a website yet?
Not yet, that's being developed as we speak.
All right, well, we'll just have the name up on the screen now. But Russell, sincere best wishes for your future.
Thank you.
It looks like we're going to be staying in touch industry-wise.
Absolutely.
So we'll look forward to that, and best wishes to you, both business and personal.
Thanks so much, Peter, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.